Hi, Tea Society. Welcome back to the Antisocial Planet. Today we are checking out ChRocktikal. I am going to trip over that every time because I want to say critical. Anyway, I'm sorry. But the interview film for Gwanwoo? I'm going to listen to the way that he says it. I'm so sorry. I'm being very like English speaker right now, and I apologize. I think that he's the drummer just from the thumbnail for this. I think that I recognize his face as the one who had drumsticks in one of the photos that I saw, but that's entirely me guessing. Excited though. I really liked the last one with Junyoung, so we'll see what we got with this one. Okay, once more. Feeling.
안녕하세요. 크록티칼에서 드럼을 맡고 있는 재관우라고 합니다.
Okay, so he said it there, so I think I'm close with the ChRocktikal. Wait, I'm trying to have my listening skills.
안녕하세요. 크록티칼에서 드럼을 맡고 있는 재관우라고 합니다.
Okay.
잘 부탁드립니다.
Drummer. Oh, he's so cute.
제가 음악을 시작하게 된 계기는 제가 이제 어릴 때 클래식을 했거든요. 클래식 할 때 뭔가 그 타악기를 치는 게 되게 재밌더라고요.
I'm distracted by the Michael Jordan sweaters for a second.
하다가 또 클래식 안에도 이제 드럼 세트라는 게 있어가지고 그거를 좀 재미삼아 쳐봤는데 나랑 좀 잘 맞는 것 같다 해서 그렇게 해서 시작하게 되었습니다.
I'm excited by the fact that we have classical music.
저는 가사를 좀 더 집중해서 듣는 편인 것 같아요. 그 사람이 만든 곡의 의도가 가사에 좀 많이 담겨 있어서
So we had a melody in the last one,
같이
lyrics for this one.
좀 더 잘 느껴지는 것 같아요. 그런 것들이.
Okay, look, first off, drummers, already excited. Classical makes me excited, and like interest in lyrics. Again, I don't really know everyone's like role within the group, so I don't know who's working on writing stuff, but that also makes me interested because I would think that someone who's doing something like percussion in a group, like I said with Junyoung, it makes sense to focus on like the melody, because if you're not focused on vocal side of things, you might see vocals more as like another layer of like music, like instrument, as opposed to like the lyrical content of it. So you're thinking more about the melody as opposed to like the substance of what's being said. But it's interesting to have someone who is a drummer saying, I think about the lyrics a lot, and it makes me curious to see like how that influences his dynamic in the group. I don't know if he writes any of the lyrics in the group or if it's just going to maybe influence the way that he performs, right? If that's going to influence it. And also excited by the like classical music thing, because that's a like very different background, I think, with like drums as opposed to like a rock band drums or just like even like a pop band drums, right? Interested to see where that might come into like the overall sound that he brings to the group.
취미생활은 혼자 요리를 해 먹거나 아니면 맛집을 혼자 간다던가.
So we got a foodie.
주로 혼자 하는 걸 되게 좋아하는 것 같아요.
Same.
휴일에는 대부분
Mood.
못 봤던 드라마나 영화나 그런 거를 집에서 좀 몰아보는 걸 좋아하는 것 같아요.
The wheel.
개인적으로 스네어를 되게 좋아하는 것 같아요. 그 뭔가 묵직함이라든지 잘 맞아 떨어졌을 때 그 오는 그 쾌감을 되게 좋아해서 스네어인 것 같습니다.
He is so adorable. I'm sorry. I'm getting like last with Junyoung, I got distracted by the fact that he had like such a soft voice. And they're just like, there's something about ASMR of someone with just a really gentle voice. But then he has all these like cute little like micro expressions, right? Gwanwoo, like that I'm getting distracted by these little moments between him talking, and I'm sorry, but I think it's really interesting to think about like snare, this impact, right, of like a snare. I like a good kick drum, the kind of bassy part of it, but it makes me again noted. I'm gonna file that away that he likes snares so that I could listen maybe for things. I'm not a drummer, so I don't know how much I'll be able to pick up, but I will try to listen.
저 악기 말고 보컬.
Ooh, are we gonna get vocals? Singing and drumming is not for the faint of heart, though.
보니까 좀 멋이가 있어 보이더라고요.
I hope we get vocals.
일단 무조건 화장실을 가야 되고요.
Yeah, that's very practical.
좀 손가락을 좀 풀어줘야 돼서 스틱 가지고 좀 장난치거나 약간 그런 걸 많이 하는 것 같아요. 무대를 할 때 항상 스트레칭 같은 걸 뭔가 자주 하는 것 같아요.
Yeah.
Drums
is I think that's a full body workout.
유연하게 좀 만들려고 스트레칭 같은 걸 많이 하는 것 같아요.
Very practical. I like that approach.
저는 표정에서 다 티가 나고 다 실수했어 이렇게 좀 같이 하고 있는 연주자들한테 제가 뭔가 좀 말을 하는 것 같아요, 표정으로. 제가 바라보는 크록티칼은 활발하고 재미있고 뭔가 다들 가만히
Wait, okay.
못하는 그런 이미지인 것 같아요.
Look, I'm having a moment, all right? I already had this. Already talking about like the bass, the drums. I was like, well, I'm already in danger, right? Young already stole my heart a little bit. I feel a little bit like I'm betraying Shia. But like the smile there, he's so cute. I'm just like, the cute aggression is taking over, and like I know that he's gonna be like drumming, and that's like a whole other performance, right? Drums is not for the faint of heart. You have to put your entire body into playing the drums, which is why I don't have the coordination for that. You can't ask me to do something different with my feet than my arms, okay? I don't work like that. So it makes me very intrigued to see what he's like performing, right? Because here he's very like quiet. His body language is close to him. I remember in the Junyoung one, he talked about how they're both introverted. So he's a little bit more subdued, and I like to be by myself and go to restaurants by myself and do things on my own. And it makes me very interested to see what the contrast will be with like a performance. Because drums, there's when someone's playing the drums in the same room as you, right? It's very like, it like echoes through the whole thing, and it's the heartbeat of a song. So it makes me very interested to see what he's gonna be like performing compared to what he's like here. His smile, I just have to go back for the smile for like personal reasons. Thank you for your understanding.
재미있고 뭔가 다들
Look, I can't.
잊질 못하는 그런 이미지인 것 같아요. 아직 그렇게 많이 호흡을 맞춘 건 아니라서 잘 모르긴 하겠지만 뭔가 사람으로 봤을 때 되게 잘 맞다고 느껴가지고 아마 조금 하면은 되게 호흡이 좋아질 거라고 생각하고 있어요.
Next member,
인터뷰할
I'm assuming a guitarist?
세상에서 제일
Oh, okay. All right, that's
그냥 어딨어?
quite an adjective to choose. I'm assuming a guitarist, maybe? I don't know the full dynamics. He's so cute though. Like, he's so adorable. I just want to put him in my pocket. And I think that's really interesting to see what he's gonna sound like as a drummer within the dynamic of the group, because very different in terms of like his personality. If you had just like, shown me a like clip of him talking about something else and you'd be like, guess which instrument he plays, I don't think I would have gone with drums, because it's such a like loud, big sounding instrument and you have to throw your whole body into it. And he has like closer body language, a bit more subdued, quiet. So it makes me interested to see what the difference is getting to see him as a drummer as opposed to like in an interview like this. And also with the classical being where he started, very interested to see how the musical influences before getting into this group is going to play off of the sound that we get, because I really haven't heard anything. I haven't even heard the tiniest clip or teaser or anything, so I really have no idea what the sound is going to be like, which just makes me very excited. I love just being surprised by things. But yeah, he's real adorable. Like, I just want to tell him that he's doing a good job, and I literally have no like backing for that, because again, I haven't heard anything. I've literally not seen him drum, but I want to encourage him. Really intrigued. Like, again, the contrast between him personality wise and like drums doesn't quite like mesh in my head, but I'm used to duality when it comes to K-pop anyway, and it makes me interested to see like how he fits into that dynamic. And just as a lover of drums, I'm going to be excited to hear the drummer anyway. But I also love that he has this like practical kind of response. Like when they were like, what do you do before you go on stage? He's like, I go to the bathroom and I stretch. That's what you have to be doing. It's no like ritual. It's no like little, I don't know, like superstition kind of thing before you go on stage. Some people have like certain things that they do because performers in general are fairly superstitious. But I love that he was very like practical to the point. He just drumsticks like a whole body to do it, so I gotta stretch first, and that's really what I focus on, which I also think gives me a hint of what he might be like as personality wise. Obviously I don't know enough to like make any kind of judgment on that, but it gives me a little hint of what he might be like given the introverted and the practical answers to things. Also love when I binge dramas. What a mood. Don't we all do that? Like, I definitely did some of that when I was like taking some time off to myself and I just need to turn my brain off and actually like rest. I'm like, I need to live vicariously through people having way too melodramatic things going on in their lives. So I think it's really fun so far. We got some shy people, and I know like Xian is like, she has like a bit of a weird personality. Lovingly, I say she's weird, but I wouldn't have called her like introverted necessarily. So it makes me interested to see what we're gonna get with the last member that I don't know anything about, and again like the dynamic of how it's all going to come together, because I haven't seen any of them like interacting yet. I'm intrigued by all of this, but I hope you enjoyed watching that along with me. You can subscribe to this next time I post a ChRocktikal, I am gonna trip over it, I'm sorry, reaction, and I will see you at the next video. Bye.